Good evening, everyone. It is a real pleasure to stand here with you tonight. And let me first and foremost acknowledge my colleague in the Assembly and a member of the Budget Committee with me, Assemblyman Raj Mukherjee, a dear friend of ours from Hudson County. And the Senate President, I understand, could not be here. Unfortunately, he's out of the state traveling, but also a tremendous help and supporter when it comes to issues affecting Am Yisrael. We're talking tonight specifically about BDS. Let me share with you a few of the factors that we all are aware of, I'm sure. Number one, in August, Governor Christie signed into law a resolution prohibiting the use of the state's public pension funds to invest in companies that boycott Israel or Israel businesses. I'm very privileged, along with the Senate President and along with Assemblyman Mukherjee, to have sponsored that bill, which received almost unanimous support, I believe, in both the Assembly as well as in the State Senate. I think we need to understand that when we talk about the pension funds of New Jersey, all of us are too well aware from reading the newspapers that those funds are not in the best of shape, and they're not. But we need to be aware of the fact that those funds represent $80 billion. $80 billion, even from D.H. Blair's perspective, is a lot of money. It's a lot of money that can control the marketplace. It's a lot of money that can say to companies and make them think twice about whether or not they'll invest or not invest in Israel, in Yehuda and Shomron, wherever it is, depending upon those funds. Israel and New Jersey annually trade $1.3 billion in goods. In 2012, New Jersey exported $803,544,000 worth of manufacturing goods to Israel. Since '46, New Jersey exports to Israel have totaled more than $14.7 billion. Israel ranks as New Jersey's fifth leading trading partner. The statistics go on and on and on. But one thing is clear to me as a member of the legislature for the past 11 and a half years, and the first, and so far, unfortunately, the only Orthodox Jew to have ever served in the state legislature. And that is that bills do not simply, bills do not simply come. They are indeed a reflection of people writing us letters, people getting us on the phone, people visiting us in our offices and saying, this is a priority for me. So along with Raj and the Senate President, I would be not fulfilling my honest judgment in not acknowledging Mark Levinson and Jake Toporek and Avi Schnall for the work that they have done historically, and for the Lakewood Shopper, and for so many of you who have, over the years, been at the forefront, recognize the arduous difficulties of communicating with legislators, but recognizing also that only through that advocacy can any community promote itself and get what it needs. Clearly, the state of Israel, for us, is not simply any other state. Clearly, for us, the state of Israel is special for ever so many reasons. But it's not only the state of Israel for which advocacy is required amongst us. There are so many issues which we as a community are facing. Security aid for our children, security aid for our institutions throughout the state, whether they be synagogues, whether they be churches, whether they be mosques. All of us are affected by the same criteria. But it is the advocacy of so many people, it is the support of the legislature which makes such a tremendous difference. And although the governor did not invite me to the signing of the bill, we don't exactly share the same political affiliation. The bad news for some of you is that he will not be running again in New Jersey. He cannot. And the good news for a few of you, perhaps, is that Raj is around, and so am I, so is Senator Sweeney. But one thing is evident and clear, and that is whoever is governor of this great state, and whoever controls the Assembly, and whoever controls the State Senate, we are absolutely obligated to ensure that we have kesher to each and every one of these people who serves. Through organizations like this, through so many other organizations in this state and so many other states as well. We are chiyuv. We are mamash chiyuv to have that relationship. It is our fundamental responsibility. Thank you for the privilege to address you tonight. Thank you for the privilege to be with my good friend and associate, Assemblyman Mukherjee, and Jason Red on behalf of our Senate President. This event is very important. With God's help, Mitzvah Hashem, next year there'll be twice as many people here. Twice as many people. And the year after that, twice that, and twice that, and twice that. Because this is so important that people understand what it is that we're doing, what it is that we believe in, and why it is that it is so fundamental to who we are as people. So, coming from the city of Passaic, which is smaller than this building, and having drone through this parking lot, which is almost as big as Passaic County, let me just conclude by saying to Ralph Zucker that indeed I can only imagine your vision to have taken this place and made it into what you have made it is an unbelievable thing. Not only as a businessman, but as a community leader, as president of Agudas Yisrael for New Jersey. Ralph, you've really distinguished yourself, and this is just breathtaking. And Dovi, to you for your leadership, for your direction, for bringing us all here together, for fighting for this to exist. We all can't thank you enough. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen.